You ready to talk about food at Fort Collins?
Oh, of course. I love it.
Last month we talked about our favorite places to eat in Loveland, Colorado, and this month we're gonna
Fiona's. We just had to stop and get some before this. So
yeah, watch the meat in front of me. It was great. We are going to be talking about food of Fort Collins, our favorites, quick bites, just places that we love to go to, and places for you to check out when you're here in Fort Collins. Let's start with the favorites. We're going to start with Zach. We do have a few overlapping, but I'm sure we're going to give you a little different bits about them. So, Zach first.
So with me being a foodie and here in Northern Colorado, my ideal day of eating is going to be starting at Urban Egg, getting my chicken and, what is it called? The chicken...
Waffles?
No, the chicken fried chicken, essentially.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what it's called. Anyway,
We
start
go
with
there
that
for work a lot.
every time. And then I'd go head over to Austin's, make my way down the street, and I would probably have a salmon with my mixed veggies, and then I'm going to end my night at Jack's or the Whiskey Steel.
Okay, my favorite, one of my top favorites is Jack Fish and Oyster House. They fly in their fish fresh daily. I come from Washington, so one thing I thought coming here was like the seafood's gonna be a little interesting, which I've definitely adjusted. But Jack's Fish House, super fresh. I also love going there for happy hour. I used to do it a lot in college because their calamari and their mussels. Have you had that?
Yes, the calamari and the little
Amazing.
squares.
Yeah. No, they're like little.
Are they round now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're so good. And then their drink menu is great too. And so honestly, I have gone there more for happy hour than I've gone for like a full dish.
Happy hour is smart anyway. We're saving money.
Right.
Using our heads, more food.
And then I also love Urban Egg too. I used to get the ABCLT. It's like the applewood bacon cheese sandwich on this. Oh, so good. I don't get it anymore.
Gluten.
Just because it has gluten in it. But that's really great. You can get a free pancake on your birthday. The pancake options are great. And then another favorite, the Crisp and Green is a favorite of mine too. We'll talk about that next when we talk about our favorite.
Did I take you to Crisp and Green for the first time?
Yes, you did.
Oh my gosh, Foodie Zach in for the clutch.
Yeah, you took me, but I paid for it because I owed you.
I think she owed me. Yeah.
So now we're gonna talk about our favorite places to get a quick bite to eat.
Gosh, I love when we get to go on a lunch break. I'm going to run over to Slice real quick. Pat won't even know I'm gone. And I'm going to get at least 2 pieces of pizza. They're ginormous, and the toppings on them are out of this world. So it's going to be these crazy mixes that you don't really ever think of. But once you see it, you're like, I have to have it and try it. One of my favorite quick bites.
And that's sliced pizza, in case you didn't catch that.
Pizza.
Crisp and Green, just talked about it, but it's a grain bowl place, salad bowls, and acai bowls. Super healthy, but the grain bowls will fill you up for like 4 hours. The Santa Fe one, is that the one? The Mexican one.
Oh, with the jalapenos in it?
Yeah.
I'm
I always
terrible
forget the
with
name
names.
of it. That one and the Buffalo Wild Child. Is that right?
I think that is right.
So. Those are my favorite grain bowls. So good. And they have one in downtown Fort Collins, and then they have another one
out east,
out by off Harmony and I-25.
Yes. Okay, Comet Chicken. That from the YouTube or the TikTok. Comet Chicken. Yes, you've heard it once. You're going to hear it again.
Favorite.
Comet Chicken is right downtown off of Mountain and College, and I can enjoy that in Fort Collins, and I can enjoy it in Loveland. It's locally owned.
Next, Cafe Mex. Personally, this is not a huge favorite of mine, but everybody I know loves it. And so that's why I'm talking about it. I do love it. You can go in for a quick bite. You can also sit down. There's tons of seating. Everyone loves their white queso, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
It's their habanero white creamy sauce.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
I
really good.
smother my food every time
She's
in
good.
it, and I always get sweet pork inside.
I don't like that.
I
Everybody
love
likes
the
the sweet
sweet
pork.
pork.
I'm not a huge fan, but I think it's just the sweetness of it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Cafe Mex, super popular. People love it. Midtown, great place to go. For sure.
Yeah, when you have picky eaters like Izzy, because she doesn't like to eat gluten and stuff like
definitely
that. She's very picky. Not picky, how about selective?
Particular.
When you have particular friends, when it comes to their eating habits and choices, the Exchange in downtown is a great place to go. You got Vatos Tacos, Penrose, Churn Ice Cream. There's another little putt-putt bar. You can grab a little pub food, and it's a great
There's
option.
a new restaurant in there too, like when you go in on the right.
Ooh,
I don't know what it's called.
okay.
Part
two.
It's cool because you can just go in and there's it's like technically a fenced area.
Yeah.
And so there's
So a common courtyard for all of the
Yeah.
surrounding restaurants we just
Yeah.
listed off.
And then, so I know, like, you can take your kids there and just let them, like, run wild because they're kind of in an enclosed area. And then there's a lot of tables and chairs. There's, what's it called, that fake grass? Turf. Turf everywhere. And so it's just, like, it's a bustling place, especially on the weekends and in the evenings.
Yes.
Oh, and Copper Muse Distillery is also,
Yep.
like, it's one of the restaurants that faces, the patio faces into it. And that's a great place if you like drinks. They make all their own drinks, all their own alcohol. It's really good.
I love drinks.
They do, I think they do, like, a blue cheese date thing. Bacon wrapped blue cheese date. So good. Jim's Wings. If I could only have, well, I'll get to that later. If my second choice of if I could only have one kind of food the rest of my life, it would be wings for sure. And Jim's Wings is great. It's off Elizabeth, so it's a little farther east.
West. Elizabeth and Shields.
But it's east of College.
It's west of College.
That's not true.
100%. College, campus.
No, it's
Shields,
not.
Jim's Wings.
No, it's not. Jim's Wings is off Elizabeth and
Elizabeth and
LeMay.
Elizabeth and Shields.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different place.
Oh.
I'm thinking of Wing Shack.
Oh, yeah, Wing Shack is different. We
We like Jim's Wings.
We're talking about Jim's Wings on here
Okay,
because
great.
it's a staple.
Okay. Another favorite food of mine is wings. We were talking about two different wing places, but Jim's Wings, it's close to CSU campus. It's not the wing place I was thinking of, so I can't really say much about it now.
Well, back in the day, it used to be 25-cent wing night, and you'd go get a nice cold beer that was brewed locally, grab 25-cent wings for a traditional bone-in wing, and then get to choose your sides. It comes out on a big flat tray pan, easy to share. I'm a little bit of a social bird, and I like to talk to anybody and everybody. So that is my kind of ideal eat-out place.
Yeah. If you had to pick bone-in or boneless.
Oh, bone-in every day.
For sure.
Yeah,
Boneless, you're basically eating a chicken nugget.
Yeah, and there are some good chicken nuggets out there. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But if I'm gonna do that, I want bone-in.
Blue cheese or ranch?
Blue cheese.
Both. Always both. Double of both. That's the answer.
Carrots or celery.
I'm just saying no to all of it.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Crispy or not? I get mine extra crispy every time.
I never even thought to ask that.
I don't ever want to be pulling off some chicken and some skin slapping me in the face. That's a deal breaker for me. Once that happens, wing night is over. I'm going home.
Okay. Anyway, that's funny. Okay, we're going to talk about drinks next. If you're maybe not wanting to go out and get some food, but maybe you want to meet with some friends after work or whatever it is that you do and you want to get some drinks. So we're going to talk about our favorite places to go for that. You can start social.
The social. I don't know if you've ever experienced a...
Speakeasy.
Wow, just take it right out of my mouth. A speakeasy. We like to say speakeasy because you're not supposed to know about it. Anyway, from the main street in the square right there, you can't really tell it's there except for a clock that is in front of a set of stairs that go downstairs, and you're like, holy moly, what am I about to get myself into? Yeah. You walk in, and it is a beautiful ambiance with high-end handcrafted cocktails, and yes, you do pay for them, but they are wonderful. So this is somewhere you want to go where you want to enjoy the drinks, not to indulge in drinks.
Totally. They're tapas.
Yep.
Really good too.
Yep.
And it's one of those, like, the way that it's designed too, like I always joke, this is the kind of place you'd go if you didn't want anyone to see you. Because it's like the seating's very hidden, and yeah, it's interesting. It's really cool.
Yep. And
I think it was rated like in the top 50 speakeasies in the U.S. I think it was like
hands down, I guarantee it is
close to top 1. So
I know their meat slicer that they use for their prosciutto is like imported from Italy, and they only make so many of them. It's beautiful on display, red for you behind glass.
It's beautiful.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. Next is the Rio. I love this place. Their house margaritas are my favorite. $8 for a house marg. You can get it frozen or on ice. I'm a frozen gal.
Okay.
Frozen or on ice?
I'm on rocks.
That means on ice, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a drinker.
Not at all. But I'm someone who's like, I don't want to taste the alcohol in my drinks. In that place, those house margs, you can't really taste it. But you can't have more than 3. Like, they don't allow you to have more than 3 because they're so strong.
Unless you're at a wedding. Sometimes at a wedding,
right? I got married upstairs,
let you do it.
He went a little crazy. Yeah.
I was celebrating the wedding.
Yes. And so, yeah, love the Rio. I also love their foods. Their nachos are amazing, but definitely I would say it's my favorite place for a margarita in town.
So, did you ever have to experience the line for Lucky Joe's? That is the college hot spot. Yes. Once you get a little older, it's still a hot spot. You can go in there. The staff is great. I grew up with a lot of them. Lucky and Joe, the owners, are awesome. They
That's
take
their
pride.
names? Lucky and
Yeah,
Joe.
Lucky and Joe. They take pride in their establishment, and you just feel welcomed and feel like a part of the family. They have good pub food as well, so you can stop there during the day. Avoid the college crowd and the young professional, I would say. It's not going to be like your oomps bar that they own down the street, Bondi.
Right.
So you can always enjoy it, and it's going to be a good crowd.
I would say it's funny because it's in the square where they do Ram Band,
Yeah.
and that's not part of Ram Band.
I don't know, actually.
I think
Bondi
Bondi,
is.
Rec Room, and Yeti. So those are like those kind of places.
Yes.
And then the Lucky Joe's is like where all the ag kids hang out and a lot of like the country, like that life. That don't you think?
Okay. I mean, yeah. It's just not as
A college nights?
On college nights, it's just I'd always be at Lucky Joe's.
Yeah, I love that place.
I mean,
They used to
I was
do the
studying.
bear-
I was at home studying. That's what I was really doing in college. Yes.
They used to do the barrel of peanuts. I think before
Yes.
COVID, not anymore.
And it was a mess.
Yeah,
Yes.
a mess. Yeah, for sure. Next is the whiskey. I actually used to know a bartender that worked there, so I got to go there for free a lot, which was great. Okay. So love the whiskey. I hate whiskey. I would get they had like a little tequila grapefruit drink, which was great. But they're really well.
You want to do like a Manhattan or like a nice whiskey on the rocks and just sip it a little bit? Just
No,
get the
like I said, if it tastes like alcohol, I don't want it.
Okay.
And so, but their rules are aligned with whiskey.
The
and
what? The rules?
The
Oh,
walls.
the walls.
Are lined with whiskey, and I don't know a good kind, but I know that they have really, really nice. Like they even have some in like a little locked glass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You ever had anything nice from them?
I don't usually go for nice. I usually go for volume.
Got it. We're the opposite. I one time did
Unless I'm
go.
at the social.
I one time went in there. Oh yeah, for sure. I one time went in there with somebody who was like, with the whiskey and like was asking questions that I didn't even know you could ask about whiskey. So the bartenders are very knowledgeable. It's a really nice ambiance for sure. And then isn't there something behind it? You can go through
right next door.
Tony's?
Yeah, that's gonna be Tony's.
Okay, Tony's. Yeah,
Same owner.
So you can get a slice of pizza while
yeah.
you drink a really expensive whiskey. It's great. Yeah.
The Union. This patio is probably hands down one of my favorite patios in Fort Collins. They have tons of unique seating out there. They're going to have high top bars. They're going to have booths that are like low garden sitting furniture, regular tables. It has full tree cover, and it's right there in Old Town, right next to Ginger Baker. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Do they have games outside?
I don't know. I feel like they do on that. Yes, they do.
Yeah, it's really, and even inside is beautiful. It's great. So yeah, those are our favorite places for quick bites and drinks. Next, we're going to talk about my favorite meal of the day, breakfast.
Oh, jeez.
Lucille's is a Louisiana style, I believe.
Yeah.
You've never been there? Oh my gosh. It's like a Louisiana Creole style breakfast, which I'm going to be honest isn't like my favorite, but I have found a dish on there that I love. And then you can get, what are those things called? They're like super puffy and they're white and you eat them and they like, and it's a thing. It's you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look it up at Lucille's. But beignets.
Oh, beignet.
They're so good. So you can get beignets. Everyone starts off with those. You get like 4 at your table. And then the drinks, the mochas are amazing. And then, the food's very filling. A lot of potatoes, a lot of sausage, a lot of tomatoes.
Southern cooking.
It's so good, though.
Yeah.
And that is located just west of Old Town, kind of near Oak Street, where we work.
Yeah.
Urban Egg. That's our
Urban
favorites
Egg.
for sure.
Oh, still. I mean, that's because they make everything from scratch in-house, and it is just so dang good. Every time, like I told you, I am always going to get, I think it's called the chicken and the egg. That is what I get.
Yeah, chicken and
It's
egg.
going to be a big chicken breast that is hand battered in-house, deep fried, smothered in their freaking breakfast gravy, white gravy. I get scrambled eggs with cheese, onion, side of bacon, and
You can get loaded hash browns too.
Oh, yes.
With jalapenos and bacon
And cheddar.
Yeah, it's so good.
sour cream.
Yeah, their drinks are really not like just their like mochas and things. We go there for team meetings a lot, and their mochas are amazing too.
If I was a morning person, I'd probably have a few more breakfasts there.
Yeah,
I'm a
Homeboys
brunch.
Doesn't race.
They do brunch on the weekends too with bottomless mimosas.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I want to say it's on Sunday. Or maybe it's just a very good deal on mimosas and it feels bottomless.
Right. And then Silver Girl, I actually used to work here right before I worked for Pat. This is the Northern Colorado's oldest restaurant. They're very well known for their cinnamon rolls. It started out with like 1 room of the restaurant and now it's like expanded to 5 different rooms of the restaurant. It's beautiful. I think it's, I don't know, I think of like American breakfast.
Yeah,
I think of that place.
absolutely.
Chicken fried steak, chicken fried chicken. I love their quesadillas. I've never had a quesadilla so good.
The breakfast quesadilla?
Yes, they're like the size of your face.
Okay. I have a big face.
On the weekends, they do a Bloody Mary bar, mimosa bar outside on the patio because one thing you should know that unless if you get there before 8:30 in the morning on a weekend,
You'll be waiting.
You're going to be waiting for 30 minutes, an hour, hour and a half. But that's what the back patio is for. So, and if you go, sub your toast for cinnamon roll toast.
Oh,
you had that?
I have not had that.
They basically take the day-old cinnamon rolls, cut them in half, and then toast them. So good. Original Pancake House. You been there?
I've been there a couple times. It's been a little while since I've been there. It's going to be over off of Harmony on the east side of Fort Collins. So it's going to be like that southeast quadrant. Really good food. It's going to be kind of like, don't get it confused with IHOP. It's not anywhere close to IHOP. It is 10 notches better. No,
okay, yes.
No, Original Pancake House,
So
way
much
better, way better.
Yeah.
Their pancakes are just nice and fluffy and like good size.
They do a gluten-free pancake too, and you wouldn't even know it.
And their lattes are good. I do get lattes from there. Yeah. But like I said, breakfast is not my favorite meal of the day because it is so early.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah, for sure. I could eat breakfast for dinner. They're just not
fair.
open.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we'll move on to your favorite meals of the day: lunch and dinner.
Lunch and dinner. So,
Ginger and Baker. If you haven't been there, definitely check it out. It was a historic mill that they've redone to be this beautiful bakery. There's a shop in the front with super cute stuff. It's not cheap, but it's really cute. Really nice, like just little gifts you could buy for somebody, things for your home. But then in the back, they have this really awesome coffee shop with homemade pies. And then behind that, they do cooking classes too. Did you know that?
yeah, date night. It's a good place to go
You
for
said
date
you've
night.
never been there.
I've never been there, but I know that that's
Okay.
a good place for
Yes,
people
yes,
to go
yes.
for date night.
Cooking classes in the back. And then on the left.
Recommendations all day long.
Okay. Yes, we do. On the left is a really great restaurant for, I think they just do breakfast and lunch. And then dinner's upstairs in the Cache, which is this insane shaped building with glass all around.
Yep.
It's really cool. I've never been up there, but it looks really nice.
Looks great from the outside.
It looks great from the outside, yeah. But I would say, like, I've been there for lunch quite a bit.
DC Oaks and Penrose is going to be owned by the same individuals, and I frequent DC Oaks a lot more just because of location on the southeast side of Fort Collins, right next to my favorite store, Costco. So I always stop at DC Oaks if I'm going to Costco. You can grab some brewed beer that they brew themselves at DC Oaks. I always will get their Brussels sprouts, hands down, every time, and the Cubano sandwich usually is like my lunch favorite.
You know what? I've been there quite a bit recently, and everybody gets the bacon marmalade sandwich.
Oh, I
I've
haven't
heard
had that yet.
amazing thing. I've never had it.
Gonna have to try it.
Yeah, I don't know what I usually get. Oh, what I love is they have. I'm a huge like spicy chicken sandwich person.
Okay.
So they do a like spicy fried chicken sandwich, but you can sub for grilled chicken. You can sub for gluten-free bun if you want, which I do.
Yeah,
But
gross.
sometimes I haven't done that, and it's great. You just pay for it later. But anyway, bougie date night. I recently had some clients in town, and they were celebrating their anniversary, and so I was telling them, they were like, what are some nice places to go around here? And so that's what we're going to share next.
Okay. What did you tell them?
I told them Rare Italian. I told them, I've been there one time, and it is very, very good. I'm not a huge Italian food person, but I know that people love it. And I just think also with it being on the corner of Mountain and College, like it's just a nice atmosphere, especially sitting outside. Do you know where it is? Yeah. What killed me is when I went in there, they were like selling me on an Italian bubbly sparkling soda, and then they gave me a can of San Pellegrino, which is fine. But I'm like, okay, let's call a spade a spade. But anyway, it's a really great place if you like Italian food. Definitely on the pricier side, but I would say for sure worth it.
Yeah, bougie date night should be on the pricey side. Show the love.
Yeah, exactly. Sonny Lubbock's is the other one that I told them to check out. That is owned by, Sonny Lubbock is the old football coach for CSU. And I know he owns a restaurant with some other bigger names in town. And it's a restaurant you walk down into. What I love about Fort Collins, Fort Collins in general, there's over 600 brick and mortar restaurants. So I tell people you could literally go to a restaurant 2 times a day, maybe 1.5 times a day for a year, and not run out of places to go. And so in a lot of places in Fort Collins, you're going to go down, and then there's also the main level, and some have like a rooftop thing, which is great. And so Sonny Lubbock's, you go down, it's definitely old. It has like an old,
like a 1950 feel.
Yeah, but they're known for their steaks, and so it's great. I've been there like twice, and it's amazing. So the service is is great, and yeah, the food's great.
Well, I like to go to Cafe Vino. Great wine selection, great handcrafted cocktails. They have awesome pizza. I just like it. The vibe is great. You're not going to run into the young college crowd.
No.
It's going to be young professionals all the way up to individuals that have been married for 60 years. So it's a great low-key place to go right off of college and it's just
College
east
and
of,
Prospect, yeah.
Yeah, east of campus right there. So
yeah. You wouldn't even know, like, looking from the outside, you could just easily drive by it because there's a bunch of businesses upstairs, I think, right?
Yep.
But
upstairs business. So the main level is going to be kind of like your normal casual dining, and
wine
they have
cellar in the basement.
the private dining rooms down in the basement as well. So
we went there for our team Christmas dinner. And your girl had lamb, and it was amazing. I love lamb. Blue Agave is a, what would you call that? Like Southern Mexican.
Yeah.
It's more of like an Americanized Mexican, but definitely a nicer restaurant. It doesn't have, definitely a nicer restaurant. Margaritas are great. Everything. I mean, it's a really great place, and I love that it's just off of one of the little squares. There's a lot of different squares in Old Town, and so often they have like a splash pad or a little fountain, and so this one's located just as you come in from college in Mulberry.
Right by the splash pad.
We already talked about the cache, but we're gonna last talk about the farmhouse at Jessup Farms. You haven't?
I haven't been there.
Okay.
No.
I've been there two times. Definitely on the bougier side for sure. Jessup Farms is a very popular little, I think it's just because it's cute. Like I drove my clients through there when they were visiting there, and they just loved how cute it was. I think it just has an aesthetic to it. And I've gone there at like 7 a.m. for a coffee date in the morning.
Okay.
And you can put the outdoor fire pits on. It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's located in the Buckinghorse neighborhood, which is a pretty popular area to live for younger families in Fort Collins. It's just kind of off Prospect and Timberline. Yeah,
between Drake and Prospect and Timberline.
Yeah. So that's really the only main restaurant in that little area, but it's really, really good. And I know
I have to check it out.
Yeah, and they do. I don't remember what day of the week it was. It was last year that I went to it with some friends. They do buy one bottle of wine, get one for free, and so that was really
definitely
great.
Going.
Yeah, of course. Okay, I just want to rattle off some favorite Asian food restaurants. That is my number one favorite kind of food, and I get that question a lot on here. And so I just want to kind of, have you been to any of the places that we were talking about?
I have been to Young's Cafe. That's one of my faves. And sushi.
Jeju.
Yep.
Also worked there too.
Get around.
Yeah. So yeah, it's my favorite type of food, and people ask a lot. I think a concern people have moving here is it just a bunch of white people food? I'd say no.
No.
Yeah, no. But it's not like the Pacific Northwest where, like, you get a plethora. But there's still a great assortment here. And so my favorite's Lulu Asian Bistro. That's located downtown. You can get sushi there. I just love pad thai, so I get pad thai from there. Simply Thai that's located in it's like more west. It's off Shields.
Okay.
And like between Drake and Prospect.
Yep. Over by the Safeway.
Yes.
Yep.
That's amazing. They do this amazing coconut rice. Like it literally tastes like coconut cream is in the rice, and then I got duck with it because why
it's a
not?
good duck.
Right. And then pho doi. I love pho. Do you like pho?
I love pho.
Yeah. Pho doi is great. That's also close off Drake. It's by
Isn't
the
it
Drake
funny
Center.
that it's called pho, but all the places are called pho?
Pho doi. You think it's supposed to be pho doi?
Pho doi.
Pho doi.
But it's I don't really know, but like Full-On in Loveland.
Yeah.
It's full-on, but you're getting pho.
Right. So good.
So I don't know.
Anyway.
Someone else teach me.
Sushi Jeju used to work there. There are a Japanese Korean restaurant, and so you can get the sushi rolls are amazing, but then you can also get different Japanese dishes and Korean dishes. Korean barbecue is one of my favorite things. The short ribs, so good. And then during the week they do a lunch special. They do close at 2 p.m., but then they open up again around I think 5. But the lunch special is really great and super affordable. You get 3 rolls for I don't know what price now, but super affordable back then.
We'll let you know. I'll have Izzy take me to lunch.
That's not happening. And then Kon Thai, I recently went there. I got, I think, pad thai again because I love pad thai.
That's your safe meal, huh?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to have pad thai.
It's just so good. I'm like really bad at exploring the other menu, unless if there's duck or there's lamb. But Asian places don't have lamb. But anyway, that is, I would say, pretty authentic. And that's really close to, it's like across from the Dunkin' Donuts. So College and like before Drake. when you're heading north.
Okay, yep.
And so that's a really great place too. And it's super, super, super authentic, I would say. There you have it. Those are our favorite places in Fort Collins, Colorado that we love to eat at.
And
we love food.
We love it.
So.
Yes, we do love food. Italian food, my favorite food. Yeah, I love Italian food.
Sounds heavy. Except
pasta, and pizza.
Okay, I will say,
salad.
We went as a team trip to Steamboat one year.
Yes.
And we went to this Italian restaurant, and I immediately was like, oh, like, I'm not gonna enjoy it. And so I asked them if they had gluten-free noodles, and she said no, but they import their noodles from Italy, which I know.
No, they import their flour.
Oh, they import their flour from Italy.
Make all their pasta
in
house.
Okay, yeah. And so it doesn't even affect you because it's the crap they put in the food here that's bad. Anyway,
she doesn't like it. Go home.
Okay. So anyway, thanks guys for coming on. Like, subscribe, comment. If there's a video request you have, put it down there. I'm not gonna say we're gonna do it, but there's a high chance we will, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm open to all of it.
Right. So thanks for hopping on.
We'll see you soon.